Yeah, listen, for a long time in my life, I was like, that's not fair. This is not fair. And I was very into equitability for everybody and whatnot. But, as I reflect as an old man, I understand why these things are what they are, right? Like, Michael Bisping became the UFC darling by happenstance, right? He was the only fighter they had from England. He was tough as hell, and he was going to make a go of it at a time when it wasn't really popular at all. More now, guys like Sean O'Malley and Paddy Pimblett, they're guys who've been sort of raised around the MMA game, right? They're MMA darlings since they were kids. I still tell you to this day that Sean O'Malley's done karate. I can tell by the way he launches those kicks from the outside, but they don't talk about it. Why? Because it's not cool. Like, most of these guys get chosen for their coolness, and Paddy's almost put on like a whole personality outside of any fighting whatsoever. Now, that having been said, he's also learned some valuable striking techniques. Like, I was very impressed in his fight with Green and Chandler. Like, he's a different fighter than the fighter he was. Like, he was very much just a grappler. And, grappling's fine. Like Hazmat Chimaev, right? Shocked the world beating DDP. But let's be honest, it's a fight. And a fight entails punching. And I understand, listeners, one of the reasons you're sick of all the Khabib clones, if you will, the Hazmats, the Islams, and whatnot, because the exciting part of a fight is not grabbing somebody and holding them and making them not able to move. And incidentally, it's funny, I got a jiu-jitsu coach in the morning that likes to do that with me because, I'm very... I try to make fights spontaneous and I try to use my dynamic power to try to make something happen. And he doesn't like to do that. He likes to slow it all down, which is what grapplers like to do, right? They like to control and dominate a position and then move on to what's next. And that's part of the art of grappling, right? Like, you suck the energy out of somebody. You get in certain positions and you can just grind them out until they're ready to give that submission to you. Like, they don't want to be in that grind position anymore. But that is not exciting in fighting, right? Like, and I've always said this, I liken the grapplers to the boxers in boxing, like Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker or Willie Pep, or these guys that put on just absolute clinics. They look amazing. Floyd Mayweather late in his career, but at the end of the day, it's no fun for the fans, right? And I think one of the things that Paddy Pimblett's doing is he's changed his style a little bit, not only to make himself more exciting, but to make himself able to deal with some of those other challenges he would face. And he's passing with flying colors. Now, Sarukian will be a real challenge, but that's Paddy's wheelhouse, right? Grappling was there before his striking was really there, and so he's gotta step up and make it happen, or else they'll find somebody else, and that's the way it is. Yeah, we don't want Sarukian, Hazmat, and Islam and champs all the way up and down. That would be too much of a good thing. Everybody, like and subscribe for more on the fight.